What up, ladies and gentlemen? It is Marie Shadows of the Square Circle podcast, and I just got done reacting and commenting to Stephanie's Place's CM Punk's comeback, which, by the way, that video was amazing. The full entire video is over at youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast /join. It is behind a paywall because the Square Circle Podcast is now part of the YouTube Partner Program, which is amazing. Thank you guys so much for supporting the Square Circle Podcast on YouTube. So if you want to see the full reaction, just join either the $1.99 tier, which is the OG tier. That is a lock-in tier. That tier will not change. There is the Tape Study Plus that includes not only reaction and commentary videos to something like Stephanie's Places, but also see, I was gonna say the other word, but it is Legends of Future Greats. That's gonna be reacting to it. Some monthly Q&As is gonna be on there as well. Member only live streams too, some hot takes, and whatever else we could come up with. It is still new. We're brand new. We just got into the program, and I really would love you guys to be there along for the journey for any kind of spontaneous member only interactions. So again, head over to Squared Circle Podcasts on YouTube, or I should say youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast /join. That link will be available in the comment section below and also the description box. So this is just a summary to catch you guys up. And if you want to see the stuff further, again, refer to the membership. So we're going to be diving into Stephanie's Places, CM Punk's comeback. This is part of a bigger series all about wrestling comebacks, which is super cool. Let me know down in the comments which wrestler comeback got you the most excited. But today we're just focusing on CM Punk, which was very humbling. And we're going to go through my thoughts for that. There is a point in this video where I react to CM Punk's initial return, which, right off the bat, I used to love CM Punk, but stuff happens where you love a particular wrestler and their character, even though CM Punk has always been like the voices of the voiceless for everybody. He helped me gain my voice and my opinionated self, even though other people in my life and in the environment I grew up in, I'm from NYC, all of that helped shaped the Marie Shadows that you currently see right now on your screen and you currently hear in your headset or from your speakers wherever you're listening to this. And it's basically like, you know, growing up, understanding, standing up for yourself, getting that confidence, and then seeing the unfolding that happened with CM Punk in his career in WWE and knowing that time heals all. So I was upset with CM Punk, like many others, when he left WWE and in the way that it happened, and then going on Cole Cabana's podcast to do a tell-all podcast. And anger got the best of me. My anger is good now, but anger got the best of me. I am an Aries. If you guys want to know my sign, I am an Aries, so I am always fiery. So I basically took it as, why are you throwing people under the bus? You shouldn't be throwing people under the bus on someone's podcast. There were many different options for him to do, so that way he didn't have to go through that route, right? I do realize that after the fact that, like I said, time heals all, and there's certain things in this episode that CM Punk apologizes for and really thinks that, he made terrible mistakes, said terrible things. So my whole thing is that, like, with his situation with WWE, he could have went to go get a second opinion at any time. I say in the video that under Vince McMahon would not have want his prized cow, so to speak, we're just going to use as a metaphor, to be extremely hurt with the belt, because if someone is extremely hurt and gets hurt in the ring, obviously they have to go get surgery, get time off, and that's not good for the company. That's not good for, money wise, because then money sort of dips down and now he has to scramble to get a new champion, maybe do a new tournament. So I was explaining and saying how, like, if he went to the hospital to go get a second opinion on the staph infection and come back with that information, Vince probably would not have been upset with him. And Vince probably would have understood and been like, okay, these are the papers. This is what the other doctor is saying. Our first doctor was not very thorough with CM Punk and checking him up. So I think Vince would have been lenient and things would have been different for CM Punk. But I do understand that, sometimes if you're hot headed and you are just stubborn, things happen. But luckily, time heals all. Not only was this talking about like CM Punk. Oh, and by the way, yes, CM Punk has me blocked on Twitter. It's totally okay. I'm not asking for him to unblock me. It's totally fine. But just so that way people know if they want to know. No hard feelings. But this wasn't just about CM Punk's comeback. It was also about Triple H's comeback and what was going through his mind after his quad surgery and after healing from his quad surgery, and how the people would react in New York City. And they gave him a standing ovation. And that was like that babyface promo that he gave. And he was also having doubts. But the moment that he went out there, all those doubts cleared away, and it was really cool to hear a little bit behind the scenes of how Triple H felt about returning after his quad surgery, the same way that it was interesting to hear the initial thoughts on CM Punk's return. There's also another thing too of CM Punk discussing his return to Chicago and the pressure to deliver. You always want to deliver the best you can when it comes to your hometown. So when he talks about how the pressure hit him, it really makes me think about all those never going to return moments that happen in wrestling. Sometimes people don't really want to return, and some of them find happiness to do other things other than wrestling, but sometimes it doesn't really happen. Case in point, Ric Flair. He's always going to try to find some place in professional wrestling, whether he needs to be there or not. CM Punk's comeback was massive, and that moment in Chicago when he walked out and the crowd went wild, that I can honestly say gave me goosebumps because I was not expecting him to come out and basically take away Randy Orton's return, because that's exactly what happened. So let me know in the comments below how you felt about CM Punk returning in Chicago that night. Another reaction part of the video that I want to talk about is the build up to the Cleveland match and how CM Punk was physically feeling. CM Punk's injury is a huge part of this story, which was interesting. It's crazy that after everything, to walk out, the years of silence, he comes back, get injured, and then has to rebuild himself physically. That's because he's getting old. That's definitely because he's getting old. The resilience is there. He wanted to make it work, and he did make it work. It what makes CM Punk such a legend. He's been through so much, but he's never let that stop him at all. Never has. He has decided to take on the UFC at one point, and then got destroyed in the UFC and was like, no, I got to move on to something else. Kept telling the media that, he's not going to return. He's not going to return. Lo and behold, he returns. And both him and Triple H just have a straight up conversation, sweep everything under the rug, start over new, a blank slate. And CM Punk has been a really good asset to WWE in this current day and age. I said it before on Twitter that like now CM Punk has to play ball. That's what's happening. But CM Punk is still the same guy in a way, and that he'll tell you what he really is thinking. By the way, down in the comments, let me know how much, on a scale of 1 to 10, did you enjoy CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre over the bracelet? Because there's a lot of mixed reactions, and of course, AEW crowds and fans and the fandom don't understand that there is more than one way to tell a story in professional wrestling. Now, the last thing that I want to focus on before I wrap this up is the Cleveland match and the emotional high after Punk's performance. Honestly, watching CM Punk fight through it all, even though he didn't win, was sort of inspiring, because if you guys are out there wanting to chase your dreams or do something that you have been putting on the back burner, or you keep saying to yourself that you don't know how to do something, just go do it. It's probably cliche and lame to say just go do it. Just try it. If you guys don't know, I do have a free wrestling newsletter You guys could go check that out, marieshadows.substack.com. And what I've been doing for the past 2 days, including today, which is April 4th, 2025, of this recording of this summary, is that I have been hitting that live button. Substack has now the capabilities to go live, and I go live only to my readers, and I think it opens it up to people who are in the network. But I go live to my readers that are on my Substack, and this is for free. And I just talk about wrestling topics. I talk about what I'm going to use the live stream for. I did a behind the scenes of what video I'm going to be recording for today, which is behind the paywall if you join the membership over here on YouTube. And I just gave people an insight. I basically told the story of what happened in the Twitter spaces um, last night and everything, wrestling thoughts, try something new. I didn't really wait until it was perfect. So if you're waiting for the perfect time to do something and to achieve a dream, if you're waiting for that perfect time, please don't do so. Because I have done that so many times in the past and I hate it. I hate that sometimes I have to feel like this is the perfect time. You're never going to be ready for anything that you want to accomplish. Just know that all of us here that make content creation, we really don't know what we're doing. We are following a formula that just works for us, that the vibes are just good for us, and it looks like we have everything figured out. But I'm going to tell you the truth, we really don't have everything figured out. We don't. We are just happy. We're just really excited that people can join us on our journey while we talk about professional wrestling. If you're, favorite sports team or whatever you want to do in your life, if you want to make content creation and stuff like that, but we don't have it figured out and we don't really wait until it's perfect. We just go and do what we need to go do. And Punk still doing this after not doing wrestling for the past 10 years. And if you want to add AEW to that, because I know somebody's going to put that down in the comments, we could add that too. But just thinking about all the times that CM Punk said no, 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 no. And then when he gets back, it's like he never really left. So that's inspiring that he decided to be like, I'm going to put the boots back on. It didn't matter that Drew McIntyre took the win that night. Punk's comeback proved something bigger. It was about proving everyone wrong, which we all love to do, and about that raw, real emotion. You can see how much this meant to him, and that whole sweaty post-match hug, which is great. I love sweaty post-match hugs from all of my wrestlers, all of my people that I work with. It's just super fun. That's just a true wrestler's moment right there. That really is. And you really do hear that he does tend to shed some very, very happy tears. So, with all of that being said, here are my final thoughts about Season 1, Episode 1 of CM Punk's comeback, even though we talk about the broader scale of wrestlers' comeback. These are my final thoughts. So yeah, CM Punk's return was a roller coaster of emotions. It wasn't just about his physical return to the ring. It was about reconnecting with the fans, his journey, and the heart that he poured into that return. If you haven't seen it yet, remember the full episode is only available for members on YouTube. Subscribe, join, support the channel. I'm excited to see what the next episode holds as we dive into the story of Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is going to be for the second episode. If you guys want to see the full episode, again, youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast/join. That link will be down in the description and also in the comments below. This video, the full video of reacting to CM Punk's comeback, will be available for Tier 1 and Tier 2. Please let me know if you're able to watch it. That would be fantastic. But also for the summary, leave me some comments. I comment on everything. And if you just want to do the simple, normal thing, follow the YouTube channel, hit that like button, and share it out with your friends. I had a wonderful time reacting to Stephanie's Places. And if you see me react to certain content before, such as Jim Cornette and any other wrestling interviews, you're going to have fun with this one. So ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm Marie Shadows of the Square Circle Podcast. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.